Hi everybody, it's Carla from Casey Creates, and I had a wonderful experience. I was able to go to a lady's house that had all these vintage laces, and she let me rumble through and pick out certain pieces. I was a little nervous at first because she wasn't telling me how much it was going to cost, and everything was so irresistible. Um, there were just so many pretty little pieces. So this is a shout out to Miss Pat. Thank you for letting me hunt through your treasures. And I'm going to insert some pictures. I really am not good at like appraising what's vintage and what isn't. And some of them looked extremely vintage. And I knew they needed soaking and try to get some of the browning and staining out, but I didn't really know how to do that. So anyway, I'll start showing them to you and then we can chat. This is one piece, and I'm holding my phone, so I hope it goes okay. And I just love the pieces that are just so delicate, and this is one of them. And then there's this one, and I hope you can see it because it's sort of camouflaged with what I'm filming on. And then Miss Pat explained to me that some laces are called center lace, where it's the same on each side. It's usually to center like the bodice. This one's so pretty. It's real delicate, but this is probably a better example. And if you notice anything and can give me any information on what each lace might be called. I think she told me is this Irish lace? I can't remember. So there's that one. And they're all cotton and beautiful designs. Let's see if you can see that. I mean, I have several, so if you really like vintage lace, you'll enjoy this. So there was the center lace. Let me show you one of the things that I think is just an absolute treasure. Hold on. Somebody tell me if you know what this is, but it's been washed and ironed, and I think it might be a baby's christening jacket. Has this really fun little, I think those are called French knots, and lace, and it's trimmed with all this beautiful lace. And I'm almost 100% sure the jacket itself is I'm sorry, I keep getting my finger in the way, is silk. But if you can see that, oh, I didn't iron that very well, did I? Anyway, it's just so sweet. I don't know if I can get the whole thing in there for you. Got my dog's toy in there. And it's tied with a really pretty satin bow. So that was in there. And then I have a whole bunch of other ones here. And I didn't tea stain any of these, but I did soak them. And I'm going to tell you a little story. You know, I thought to myself, these are just not getting clean enough for me in hot soapy water. And lovely Belinda Coombs sent me a link to a video that did a bit of a process for getting the browning out. And I did follow some of those steps. But when the rubber met the road, I decided mother knows best, and I added just a capful of bleach. And I thought, you know, if these are truly vintage, back in the day when they made things to last, and they understood what needed to be durable. So I thought, I think this can handle a little bit of bleach. And I was right, and nothing got destroyed, and it lightened up the color really well, and it helped me feel better that they seemed to be more sanitary that way. So I just kind of broke the rules and used a little bit of bleach. But anyway, these are Excuse me, I'm getting a froggy throat and I don't know why. I ironed these, and they're just, some of them are long enough to be like pillowcase length. So I'm assuming that might be one of the things they use these for. And then this one, guys, I don't know what this type of crocheting is, but it's gorgeous. So if you know, please tell me, because these are so, so pretty. And then there was lots of this. I don't know what this one is either, but it cleaned up nicely. And I love the teeny little inlaid crocheted flowers. And then this is a piece that has to be really old. It's really pretty. And even though it's still really brown, these are not tea dyed, it's just aged. But they are very, very clean now and pressed. Then there's this piece that is like, it's a square, and I think I don't know if it's a handkerchief or not, but it's really delicate. And it had rips in it, but that's okay. To me, that adds to the charm and the value. So there's this piece, which I love. Bring it a little closer. And then there's this collar piece. Let's see if I can dig that out. Well, here's one. Look at this. I just think it's gorgeous. That might have been the back. Yeah, that was the back. So I wish I was a little more knowledgeable about vintage and what is and what isn't. Here's the one I really wanted to show you. And if you know about vintage, I mean, I remember seeing the ladies wear collars like this, and they're just two triangles that hang in the front. And you see it in those movies where they have on the really pretty lace collars. But these almost look like bunting flags. But I think because of these, I can tell it was meant to just be a collar. And then there's this one, you guys, it was already ripped. But again, I washed it, and this is all very clean and ironed. But look at how stained it is. It's wonderful. I know that sounds weird, but this is silk. And I love how aged it is. And then there's this one, just similar to another one I've shown you. And again, it's been soaked, and I'm gonna say sanitized because of the little bit of bleach in the water, and ironed. So it just has a lovely natural aging on it. Look at this piece. Again, very delicate. I don't know if this is linen, I'm not sure. But it's very, very light and delicate. Can you see that? And then the other ones are pretty similar. I think I've shown you all the ones that were just so outstanding. I believe this is a collar for probably a baby. It's really small and super pretty. And then another one is this one, which is one side of the collar. It has these fun little, I don't know, they're a little more round and bobbly. Sorry, I'm tipping my camera here. And then the last one that I just really love is oh, where'd they go? Oh boy, I had tons of them. Oh, here they are. Tons of these, you guys. Look at these. They're just individual little florets that I think can be crocheted together. But I counted and ironed all of them. They've again been washed and ironed. And there's 20 of them. I won't get them all in camera here, but they're just so intricate and pretty. So I wanted to show you those. And that, for the most part, are all the really special ones. So I was really happy to be able to get in on those. And then the last, I have a whole bunch of these that I was really happy with how they tea dyed. And this all came off of a blouse. And it's lace you've probably seen before. But I was really happy with how it tea dyed so well that it looks real vintage, the coloring. So I'm looking forward to crafting with a lot of these pieces. And I don't know if you noticed, but my camera just rudely cut me off, so I thought I would just voice over the rest and show you the process that I did to get my laces clean and ready to use. So here there's just soaking in the hot soapy water, and I just used a big plastic bowl with hot water and soap and tried to soak them. But then, as I said, I added a cap full of bleach, and it really helped brighten everything up. Nothing got destroyed from the bleach, and I was able to rinse it really, really good and dry it and iron it. And so I think it's okay. It's up to you, of course. Some people might not want to risk it, but I was pleased with how it turned out. And here there's just me with my teapot and Constant Comet tea, getting ready to tea dye some of my other laces. So you can see here, these are how aged and brown the vintage laces I got from Miss Pat were, and actually found it very beautiful the way it ages and browns like that. But of course, if you can get the staining out, I would. Plus, you want to know it's clean. So I just wanted to kind of show you a little before picture of those really vintage collar. That's one of those collar pieces. And then what is in the next group of pictures here? I'm trying to see what this is coming up. Oh, again, it's just some more pictures of the vintage lace that it's before I cleaned it up. And if anyone knows what kind of lace this is, please share with me, because I think Miss Pat said it's Scottish lace, but I could be totally off. I don't know if there's even such a thing, so if you can help me out, I'd appreciate it. This next one is one of my favorites. It's hand crocheted, and it's got these teeny little dots in the middle of teeny little because I'm not sure what they are, I'll call them little floral spiral designs. And they're just real delicate. And the lace on this card was real thin. There's like a little leaf pattern and a scalloped bottom. And again, it's just one of my favorite ones. So I kept trying to get my video where I'm actually talking to work, and it was just frustrating me, and I couldn't get it to work. So as you can see in my next clip, it was time for a coffee break. Then I got back at it, These are my tea-dyed laces that weren't in the vintage bunch, and that I just thought I'd show you some of the ones after they were ironed and washed, and they're definitely much brighter and prettier. Here's the one that has the silk in the center, and believe it or not, that one's even brighter. So I had a wonderful experience. Just, the whole process of seeing how much brighter I could get the laces. Like you can see, this collar piece now is just so bright and beautiful. And then just handling these and imagining who crocheted them and how long ago, and where were they. It's a wonderful thing to work with vintage laces in my mind, because there's a lot of imagination and history and things to be cherished about them. So again, I want to thank Miss Pat. She allowed me to rummage through her laces, and I feel like I found some really good treasures for a very fair price. There was this really sweet little cotton flower that was just kind of hiding in the corner of the box, and I really wanted that, so it's really pretty. It's got a little covered round button in the middle, and it'd be great to have 12 of those. But of course there was only one, and I'm gonna treasure it. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm truly a lover of vintage laces, and if you are too, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll look forward to crafting with it and showing you my projects in the future. And thanks again for stopping by. Have a wonderful day and keep on crafting.